Alright, hello guys. I am wearing the same shirt that I was in the last video because I'm filming these back to back, but today is going to be part 2 in the sorority recruitment prep series that I guess I started. I started that video with the intent of just making it all one big video, but then I realized that there was just so much information and it was going to end up being super duper long if I put it all in one video. So I'm going to split the information up to hopefully not overwhelm you guys too much, and hopefully this is helpful. So a few disclaimers that I made in the last video that I'm going to make again. I go to the University of Texas at Austin. I can only speak for my recruitment and the recruitment process that I went through, so it is different for every single school, especially today since we're going to be talking about outfits for each round. Different schools have different amounts of rounds and like different things that they want you to wear, so make sure that you're referring to your school's Panhellenic website because that's going to have the accurate information that's going to pertain to you, but I can kind of try and give you some general overview and some tips and advice that I feel like would apply to just about any recruitment process. Yeah, and also, like I said in the last video, this does not need to be a stressful process. It does not need to consume your summertime. Like, you don't need to buy 8 pairs of shoes and completely new outfits and just no, like, you don't need to do that. It is so not necessary, and you will look back after recruitment week is over and be like, oh my goodness, why did I put so much energy and stress into something that just did not need to be a huge ordeal. Like, it is going to be fine. Yes, some prep work does need to go into it so that you're ready, but it doesn't need to like cause you a ton of anxiety because it's gonna be fine. I promise it's gonna be fine. So like I said, today we're gonna be talking about outfits. I'm gonna show y'all what I wore for each of the rounds, kind of like break down what each round is like and give some recommendations for where to like where good places to shop for some outfits are, and then just like showing your personality through your clothes as well. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So let's get into it. At UT, we had, ours was like 8 days long. It was so long, but yeah, so it was 8 days long. We had 2 days of open house, which is where you're basically just in there for like 15 minutes. You go to every single house, just making small talk, like, what's your major? Oh, like, where are you living? You know, that type of stuff. So that round is super casual. And then the next day, or next 2 days actually, we had philanthropy round, which is where you learn about each chapter's philanthropy, and you get, it's like more, I don't want to say like sorority led, but like they definitely, I would say, take the lead, and your conversation is focused around philanthropic work and like what you feel passionate about, what things you did in high school, that type of thing. And for that round we went to 10 houses, which is why it was 2 days long. And then for the next round was sisterhood. That was only 1 day long. We went to 6 houses, and that's, you know, obviously sisterhood, like how the chapter bonds, how everyone comes together, like fun things that they do as a chapter. And then we had pref night, which is where you go, we went to 2 houses, and you're there for like, I want to say 2 hours, maybe just an hour and a half, I don't know, but a good amount of time to really talk to them, and that's your last chance before you find out like who you got a bid from. It's definitely the most formal out of all the rounds. And then you have bid day, which is where you get your card that's gonna have who you got a bid from, where it's gonna be your home, and then you run home and take lots of pictures with your new sisters. That was a lot that I just spewed at you, but let's break it down to each of the days, and I'm gonna tell you what I wore for each of the days and where you can hopefully find some good outfits for you. But for open house round, I think it's pretty standard that most schools will give you a t-shirt. I mean, obviously not every single school is going to be like that, but most schools, from my understanding, do. And like I said, it's definitely the most casual of the rounds. The rounds progressively get more and more fancy, I would say. So for UT, we had to wear the t-shirt that they gave us, and then we had to wear khaki shorts, which was a bit of a challenge, let me tell you, because there are not a lot of cute khaki shorts there out on the market. So I got mine from Dillards, I think, and I got these like cute tie ones. I'll insert a picture, but I was really feeling it. So that's where I got those. And then we wore tennis shoes. I got shoes again from Dillards, I believe. Dillards is my place. I love Dillards. But just some cute tennis shoes. I would say like Keds or Toms, or Dillards and Nordstrom's are like my go-to places for shoes, or Nordstrom Rack. Those are all good places to look for like cute tennis shoes, just to like, you know, look a little cute. You can definitely wear athletic tennis shoes too. Girls did do that as well. So like if you have some cute Nikes that you love, then wear those. Yeah, I would say just try and make your shoes like show off your personality as much as possible, because that is really the only thing that you can kind of express yourself through that first round, because I mean everyone's wearing the same t-shirt, and if you are going to a school like UT, everyone's wearing the same bottoms, or if you're not, I feel like most girls just wear like tennis skirts and things, so like you kind of all look the same. So, you know, maybe make your shoes pop a little bit more. That was, you know, that's what I tried to do, and I got a lot of compliments on them, so yeah. I can show them to you, but they look pretty gross because now they're my like going out shoes, so they're kind of nasty from outside, but I'll show you. Okay, so these were the actual tennis shoes that I wore. They just have like this, I don't even know, they look really gross, but they looked really good with my khakis because they're kind of this like nude on the back, and then they had like this white like lace, but not lace obviously, like, but that type of pattern with a rose gold underneath. I don't even know if you can see it at all, but they are by Aldo, and I really liked these. I also have these shoes. These are, I wore these to prom last year actually, but they're Keds, and they have little glitter on the back, and I changed out the laces to match my dress, but something like this would be good too. This is the Keds for Kate Spade collection. So, you know, cute tennis shoes like this. Like I said, if you have like athletic tennis shoes that you really like that are, you know, your favorite color, whatever, and you want to wear those, that's totally fine too. So that's what I did for open house. For jewelry, I feel like I just wore like your basic rings, like a little necklace. I think I put on a necklace that had an R, my R initial, because I wanted them to like try and remember my name and just kind of stand out to them. So that's what I did, totally not necessary. And then I just wore like stud earrings because I like studs, so yeah. But I mean, really honestly, throughout this whole week with your accessories, the biggest thing I would say is to just try and show off as much of your personality as possible, because a lot of girls are going to be looking the same. Like even on the further rounds where you're getting to choose more of what you wear, like you're all still wearing like sundresses and things like that. So, you know, if you have statement jewelry that kind of represents you, then maybe wear that. Or if you're not into jewelry, like don't really wear jewelry, like not a big deal. If you don't want to, then don't do it. I think that's what I wore for jewelry for this round. And then my hair, I just curled it and just normal makeup. Normal makeup for all of these rounds, really. Except pref night, maybe I put on eyeliner, but other than that, it was all pretty much the same look. Okay, so open house round, that's the same outfit. We got 2 t-shirts. It was the same t-shirt, but I had 2 of them because I was sweating. So yeah, I wore that, khaki shorts both days, same tennis shoes both days, and I think I curled my hair both days because I was trying to keep it even for all the houses. Then for philanthropy round, for us, it was more like your casual sundresses, like your Sunday best maybe is what they put, or maybe that was sisterhood, I don't know. But basically, you know, your sundress type of things. From here on out, most of what I wore was from Lulus, I think, or maybe only 2 outfits were, I don't know. But Lulus is a great place to find cute dresses that are pretty inexpensive. I ended up getting a lot of stuff from there because when I was ordering, or when I was like shopping around for some cute clothes, all of their dresses ended up being like $20 or something crazy like that. So definitely check them out. Maybe they'll have a good sale like that again. But I feel like their dresses are pretty reasonably priced like all the time anyways, but you can definitely catch some good deals on there. I'll insert pictures of what I wore for the 2 days. I wore a romper one day. This romper is actually from Dillards, I think. I wore it to my grad party too. Love it. It's super cute. And I wore it with like the platform sandals. Let me just show. Okay. I wore them with these sandals. I feel like everyone and their mother has them, but I think they're by Steve Madden. But they're just these like platform ones. So I wore that for the first day. I think I just curled my hair again and normal makeup, and I wore pink French earrings, I think, just to like stand out a little bit. The second day of philanthropy, I wore a cheetah dress and I loved it. And I wore them with like the Tory Burch like flip-flop sandal things. These slip-on shoes. So those were great and they're super duper comfortable. So loved that. And that day I wore my hair in a bun because I didn't feel like washing it. And I mean, like, it was a cute bun, but also I just feel like it showed my personality. Like, I don't really like to wear my hair down. So I was just being me, and I just at that moment couldn't do it anymore. And I actually bonded with a girl in the sorority that I'm currently in because she called me out on wearing my hair in a bun. Not like in a mean way, but like, I love how you're wearing your hair in a bun kind of thing. And I was like, you know what? I was over it. So do your hair in cool ways, make yourself stand out. Everyone's curling their hair. I mean, I did it too, so like no shame if you just want to curl your hair. But if you want to do something different, don't be afraid to do that. That's what I would say with all of this stuff. I feel like there's so many blogs and websites and videos about like,
you should only wear like these 3 colored nail polishes, like you shouldn't do your makeup like this, like make sure your hair's like this, and
all of that. And like, yes, I understand where they're coming from, but also like, you don't want to be in a house that isn't going to accept you for the way that you want to be. So like, if you don't usually wear a lot of makeup, then I don't think that you need to wear a lot of makeup during recruitment. If you don't like French manicures, then don't get a French manicure just because everyone says that you need to. You know, if you have beautiful natural curly hair and you like to just wear it like that, then like do that, you know. Don't feel like you need to follow the rules that some people say that there are, because there are no rules. There are so many girls going through recruitment. Like, just be yourself. Don't do anything that's gonna like make you uncomfortable or like not feel like you, because what's the point? Like, you want to give an accurate representation of yourself. So if you are doing things that you don't like, then that like totally defeats the purpose. So show the houses who you really are. It may seem scary at first, but I promise you it will work out, and like, you'll get the houses that want to embrace who you truly are and not like this image that you're trying to give off of yourself, if that makes sense. That was philanthropy round. Sisterhood round, I wore this pink jumpsuit that I'm obsessed with, also from Lulus. Love it. I think I wore my hair half up, half down that day. I'll have to look back at the pictures. And then I wore wedges that day. So from this point on, I brought other shoes. I don't think they were exactly these shoes, but they were like slip-on sandals. And in between the houses, I would definitely recommend changing shoes, especially if you go to a bigger school where like the houses are really spread out. You don't want to be walking in heels all day. Like, that's just not fun. So bring some slip-on shoes. They gave us a bag to put all of our stuff in, or you can just bring your own bag depending on what your school provides. But we all had a bag, and I put those shoes in there, and I would like swap them out when we got to the house, because also like sometimes are back to back and you're like running because, you know, houses are far apart and there's only like 5 minutes in between parties. Like, it's kind of stressful. So definitely bring a comfy pair of shoes, or just like on your downtime, like if you are chilling at Starbucks, like change your shoes out, you know, because it's a long day. You don't want to be wearing those heels all day. I think I wore some longer earrings that I thought were cute and went with the outfit. I don't really know. I'm not a huge jewelry person, so my earrings were kind of what I was accessorizing with. I feel like most of my other jewelry was pretty much the same, just like dainty necklaces. I think I wore my art necklace most of the week. And then like rings were just like my normal rings from James Avery, that type of thing. Then for pref night at UT, they want everyone to wear a black dress. This is where I really say check your school's website for what they want you to wear, because obviously like not every school is gonna wear black. I think UT is pretty much the only school that really does that. It's usually the fanciest night. So my dress was from, I think it was actually from H&M maybe. It was just, you know, a plain black dress, and I wore it with red heels and red fringe earrings just because everyone was wearing black, so I was trying to like add a fun pop of color, make myself stand out a little bit more. Yeah, that was fun. I think I actually ended up wearing my hair half up, half down, but I wanted to wear my hair in like a cute ponytail that I had done for an NCL event, but I was like in an in-between step because you like pull the front pieces down and like do the half up, half down, and then you like make the ponytail so that you have like multiple hair ties and it doesn't fall as much. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Then all my suite mates were like, oh my goodness, I love your hair. So I kind of just went for it. It might have looked really stupid, but that's how I wore my hair. That's what I did for all of the rounds. And then bid day, I wore a romper that was from, what is the name of that store? American Threads. That's the name of the store. American Threads. That's where I got my romper from. It was super comfortable and I loved it. So check them out too because they're cool. So that's what I wore for bid day, and then I just wore, I think, these shoes again. I mean, you're kind of running, so maybe wear some shoes you can move in. But definitely, I mean, still wear something that you think is cute. For some other schools, I know that they'll like give you clothes right when you get there. We ended up taking pictures for a little bit and then we changed into like our bid day outfits that they gave us. So for some schools it may not matter and they may just tell you to wear like normal street clothes, but for us we were supposed to like look casual, cute. So that's what I did for that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna give some general advice as far as your appearance goes for rush week. I mean, I've said most of this, but just be yourself. Like, don't wear anything that you wouldn't normally wear or that you feel uncomfortable in, because you want to give an accurate version of who you are. So if you're wearing things that don't represent you, then that totally defeats the purpose of recruitment. Wear things that you want to wear. Don't listen to the rules that people are telling you about like the nail colors you can get and things like that. I got bright hot pink nails because I didn't want plain nails and I didn't want French manicure or nude or light pink, and I knew everyone was gonna have light pink, so I wanted bright pink nails and that's what I got, and it all worked out fine. So if you want colored nails, get yourself some colored nails. Whatever's gonna accurately represent you, I think, is what you should do. Same thing with hair, makeup. Like if you don't usually wear a lot of makeup, don't feel like you need to cake your face with makeup. If you like the natural texture of your hair, like obviously, I mean, brush your hair, like wash your face, you know, put your best foot forward, but don't be fake about it. Like you're just doing things because you feel like that's what you are supposed to do. Put your best foot forward while still accurately representing yourself, you know, like you should dress as if you are going somewhere nice in your normal life, you know. So like if you are going out to a fancy restaurant, do you normally like to wear winged eyeliner and things like that, or do you just kind of like brush on some mascara, you know? Like those are the types of things that you need to think about. Don't just do things because you think that that's what you're supposed to do, because there is not one correct way to go about the recruitment process as far as like what you're wearing and how much makeup you're wearing, what you're doing with your hair, the jewelry you're wearing. Like those things should not matter. And if they do matter to a house and you do feel pressure to like wear a Gucci belt or something like that, I would say think about, is this a house that you really want to be a part of? You know, like there's nothing wrong with wearing your Gucci belt, obviously, but if you're feeling pressure to, you know, have certain brands on or dress a certain way, like that's probably something that is going to still, like you're still probably going to feel that pressure even once you pledge that house. So is that something that you want to continue to worry about as your time goes on? Like I know for me, I didn't want to have to stress about like constantly spending money on certain clothing items, because that's not something that I typically do. Like I don't usually wear a lot of designer things, so I was like, if a house doesn't want me because I don't have on like a super nice belt, then okay, you know, like that's fine. And they're, you know, a variety of factors that you could apply that to. It's not just for the belt you're wearing or whatever. So I think the biggest thing is to just do you, wear the things you want to wear, and have that be that. You know, you don't need to stress for days and days and days on, is this the right outfit? Like, is this going to make them want me? All of that stuff, because at the end of the day, they should be wanting you for you. Obviously, like, dress how they recommend you dress, adhere to the rules of that round. Like, for us, we weren't allowed to wear like flip-flops or denim, so, you know, in those respects, yes, follow it, but I don't think that there is a formula for the perfect P&M. You just need to do you and to portray yourself the way that you want to be portrayed, so that that house can get an accurate representation of you. And if you do that, then they're gonna want you, you know, like, they're going to appreciate you being authentic, versus like they're going to be able to tell if you are putting on a show. So just keep that in mind. Don't do things that you don't want to do. Don't wear things that you wouldn't normally wear. Like, just dress like you. I'm gonna wrap this video up because I'm rambling on. I hope this was helpful. Oh, watches. Didn't mention this. I think for our school, honestly, it was like a rule, like we weren't supposed to wear, we definitely couldn't have on Apple Watches, because they didn't want us to like record or something, but you can't even record with this. I don't know, but we weren't allowed to bring our phones or smartwatches into any of the houses. But I would just say I would recommend not wearing them, because it's just a temptation to look at the time when you're nervous, and that can obviously come across like you're bored. That is like one rule that I would say to follow. You know, I wouldn't wear one, because you don't really need one. Like, you have group leaders that are leading you around all day, telling you where to go and how much time you have. So it's not necessary, but other than that, do you, boo, and be proud of that, because who you are is already amazing. So you don't need to try and pretend to be someone you're not, just so that you impress the girls in these houses. Like, they're going to want you for you, and they're gonna appreciate you being authentic. And you may have a bonding moment when you wear your hair in a bun, you know, like, who knows? So just don't be ashamed of who you are, and really, honestly, I would say showcase that during this week, because that's how you're gonna find the people that you really click with. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm sorry that it was so like rambly and all over the place, but hopefully it eased some stress from you guys. Like I said, make sure you check out your school's website to see like the specifics for each round for you. And if you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. I will make sure to link the stores that I mentioned down below. And good luck with your prepping for recruitment. Bye guys.